Based on Q*bert's debut solo album, Wave Twisters the Movie is a work-in-progress pioneering animation and mixed media project that was originally the brainchild of DJ Q*bert along with fellow Invisible Scratch Pickles DJ Yoga Frog.
We always thought of doing something like this, or we dreamed of like, hey, well, why not a movie of just with all scratching, you know, DJs doing scratching, and even like all the, if it's a superhero kind of thing, all the superheroes are doing like superhero powers, but with scratching.
Next up was Q*bert's music.
One day, he had this one song. He did one song a long time ago. I forgot what it was called. But anyway, let's just say Red Worm, because Red Worm was one of the first songs. And then when Red Worm came along, it's like a story in there, you know. And all of a sudden, he was just conjuring up all these things with the next songs he would make. And he said, hey, you know, all my songs are all space stuff, you know. Why not make it like a, you know, like the Beatles' Yellow Submarine?
Of course, having a concept and executing it are two different things. Enter the creative process video computer animation experts Sid Guerin and Eric Henry, along with OG graffiti artist Doug One, who does all the basic graphics from scratch.
So it's still development of him. We're going through all these looks right here. He's just really round-headed.
Right.
Starting to get the goofy teeth thing going. And keeps changing. The body forms are changing. We decided to go a little more serious with him. You can just kind of see, like, little by little.
Right.
He just starts developing into something a little bit more. Now we got him a little more realistic.
Who's that guy there?
These are just, that's early sketches, maybe what the octopus people would look like.
As Doug One designs and shapes all the images, he draws heavily from his graffiti background. In fact, Doug One is always thinking in terms of the four elements of hip-hop, including the analogy of the DJ.
I guess the way a DJ would work, you know, and what I'm creating here are the scratch sounds and the records themselves. And once I have this visual wax created, I hand it over to Sid and Eric, which are the DJs and producers.
Once we've decided how it makes sense, what's going on in the story, we sit down with Doug and sketch out storyboards for what happens. And it's all broken down by song. Then we take all the storyboards, scan them, cut them out, put them into a program called Adobe After Effects, where you can see it's cut out on a background.
I am the Red Worm.
Using scratches and other sounds, Sid and Eric carefully visualize and interpret Q*bert's music. For Eric, a common difficulty is describing scratch sounds.
Hey Sid, what should the sound like? You know, what should that be? And kind of having to say scratch noises is a little embarrassing.
There's no
It kind of sounds
language.
stupid when you're saying, woo.
Unlike most video projects where the visual comes first, with Wave Twisters the music is the foundation, and all else follows it. For Sid, Eric, and Doug One, making Wave Twisters is a slow and often tedious process, with a good day's production resulting in maybe just 5 seconds of completed animation. Consequently, the entire project will take about 1 year to finish, with a scheduled release date of July 2000. Still, Sid insists that it's not that difficult, especially in these easy access and affordable high-tech times.
Going to film school or having some film knowledge certainly helps. Putting it together, understanding when to go from wide shots to close-ups, and pacing, editing, those things all help. But really, basically, a good attitude and an iMac is all you would really need.